Now in this video, we are going to solve the same problem that we have solved in the previous two videos in another way. And this time we will use something called nested if-else solution. So this is going to be our solution 3, which is nested if-else solution. So using nested if-else. So what is a nested if-else? Now in C++, it is possible to write one if-else statement inside another if-else statement, and that is called nested if-else. Now it can be of any depth possible, which means one if-else statement inside another if-else statement, inside another if-or-else statement, inside another if-or-else statement. Whatever level you want to go, it is possible. Now in this program we are going to see that type of demo. So once again, just as a reminder, in the first video we have solved the same problem using if. The next video we have solved the problem using if, else if and else. And now we are going to solve the same problem using nested if-else. So the problem statement is same. If the score is greater than or equal 60, print excellent. If the score is between 50 and 60, then print OK, otherwise print fail. So the first part is take the percentage score of a student as input from user. So let me just copy paste this first part from the previous solution. So that is it. And now the first part will be same as before. That is, the if score is greater than equals 60, then print this. So this will be same as before. I have just copy pasted it. That is, if the score is greater than equals 60, then print excellent. Now the next one, which was previously just else if and then score greater than equals 50, let me just copy paste it in order to show you what is the small difference between the previous solution and this one. So this was the previous solution, else if and then score greater than 50. So this else and if, everything was in the same line. Now whenever I am talking about if else, nested if else, what you can do is just break down this else statement into break this else statement and put this as nested if. So now what is happening? If score is greater than equals 60, all right, perfect. Otherwise means if the score is less than 60, then again an if. So that's the concept of nested if else statement. So it came to else, negate the ifs condition, and then again checking in the rest of the solution space. It is again checking if the score is greater than equals 50 or not. So here, that is it. That's the else statement. And finally, the other thing is like it should be inside this else cout, which will be inside this else statement. So here, since this has more than one line in the code, so I am just putting it inside curly braces. So this is my entire solution now. So if the score is greater than equal 60, print excellent. Otherwise means if the score is less than 60, then it is again checking if the score is greater than equals 50. So this part stands for score is in between 50 and 60. And then this else stands for if it is less than 60. So let's see whether this solution is working properly or not, this nested if else. So I just ran it, and so now if I give a value of 70 which is greater than 60, it should print excellent. Well, it did. And next let us try with some value between 50 and 60. So let's see whether it prints okay or not. So let's do it 55. Well, it printed okay, expected result. And the last test, let us test with something less than 50, which is, let's say, 40, and then hit enter, and as expected it did fail. So in summary, we have solved the same problem using three different types of solution. The first one is using only if statement. At that time, we have made use of logical AND operator. The second time, instead of using this logical AND operator, we have just used else if. Then the third time, instead of using else if, we have just broken down that else if into different lines, and we have used nested if else statement. Here, one if else is nested inside another else statement. But again, every time the result is exactly the same.